perished. When the pilgrims arrived, their bones were here to greet them. There has never been a ceremony to repay those people. Instead, they just plopped America on their graves. We would like to sing an honor song for those deceased who were not even put to rest here. They just died and vanished, and they're erased from history books. We don't have a name. We're just Indians who met some pilgrims. And that's when our history began, even though it goes back thousands of years before that. So it's very tragic what America celebrates and chooses to forget. And we would like to remind our ancestors that they are not forgotten. They are not overlooked. And this will be an honor song. So we ask any gentleman who can remove their hats as a sign of respect for all that has been lost. And we'd also like to request that please no photographs or video to be taken at this time.
All right, hey, how are you doing? So what do you think about the sun?
Nice.
What do you think about Mother Earth you're standing on? What do you think about the water and the trees? And the eagle feathers and the babies and the children that are here? Yeah, man, you know, one of these days we might be missing all of those. One of these days, if we don't pay attention to other things that are non-political, we pay attention to Mother Earth. We pay attention to the fact that there is and was and will be another way of thinking that was before the language that I'm speaking now. And that language is native to this country. It is not Native American. Those languages belong in communication with all of those things that I told you, ask you about, the trees and the water and the rocks. Why aren't we paying attention to that? I want to say that in this society, in a lot of societies, people say, let's get out and enjoy Mother Earth. Let's go to nature. Let's go into the forest and enjoy Mother Nature. But how many of us think about it the other way around? When was the last time Mother Earth, you allowed Mother Earth to enjoy you? What responsibility does that have within that? What are you doing so Mother Earth is enjoying you, your presence in nourishing her, saying the words to her, and asking her to continue to support us, those who exact from her? The only species on this planet that does a one-way. The languages of this land, as I was sitting with two elders of the Lakota Nation in the center of Auschwitz in Birkenau 2 years ago, and we discussed this, and I asked them this question, because that summer earlier, we came from Wounded Knee. And we went to Auschwitz and Birkenau. We sat and we wondered, and I asked them the question, is there a word or a concept in the Lakota language for domination? And they said, there is not a word or a concept in the Lakota language for domination. And that got me to thinking about the language that I speak to you now. That this language is presently the Latin formed language. It's 60% of the language we speak is Latin. It is a domination, it is a destructive, it is a war patriarchal language. And why are we using this to try to form movements when we don't look at the 40% that we think doesn't belong here? And I think about the languages also that you can speak all day long in Lakota without saying a single noun. Think about that. This is the way of the languages here. But the 40% of Latin-based language that we use will not move it out of the domination factor that we all think about today. We have to come up with words, but linguists know that in 1910, this language that I speak now has stopped evolving. We are regurgitating movements. We are regurgitating the system. You think about that, and there is a native person standing next to you somewhere that speaks their language. They might know a little more, a broader understanding of this land, of the vibration of this land here in the East Coast. That may be so. But where we stand, this language, these languages in the Western Hemisphere are the languages that are needed now to stop the imbalance that has been here for 500 plus years. Don't you think? Think about that. When we are in a ceremony, we're not talking about white man, black man, red man. We're not talking about racism. We're talking about how are we honoring Mother Earth. Honoring of Mother Earth. It's good for all of us to be relatives. It's good for all of us to act and be and treat each other with respect as relatives and not bring domination factors to everything that we are doing. This is why it is still going on. So start listening. If you can, learn a native language from the Western Hemisphere, and you will see there is a big difference, because in my language, you can free yourself of domination. That's what we need, because we have blinders in all of us. We shouldn't even be here. Leonard should be out already. You know, it's a system that we were talking about. When I talk to the elders back home, they're saying it's a system. It's not who you put in office. It's not how many people you have at a rally. It's the quality. It's the quality. And that's what we are going to be missing, the quality of Mother Earth. We in the Native Nations are understanding that we are missing the quality of free, of clean drinking water, of food from our native brothers and sisters that we call plants and animals. This is what we missed, and we're still missing them. So now what I say right now is for the indigenous peoples of the Western Hemisphere, but think about your own histories, all of you all, about where you come from. They too, and how many generations that imbalance has been there. So if anything is going to change, it's going to be with how we listen to Mother Earth. And it's how those languages that are spiritually, technically intelligent, that were here before 1492, will change and bring it back to the balance that she, Mother Earth, not ours, Mother Earth, will change for us. And that's all it is. We understand what domination is all about. But none of us can actually live it. So think about that. Think about this. I feel it. I don't put it in an emotional sense. I feel it. And there's something very wrong, but we don't know what to do. We don't know what to think about it or how to think about it. It's because we have been given the wrong way, and our thought processes are from that Latin-based language called English, or any other of those romanticized languages. Let's walk. Let's run to Mother Earth. She is the only answer. No vote, no money, no law that is man-made will ever have the answer for Mother Earth. She has the answer for us. And I want to thank you for your time.